How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to talk a little low because my baby, she just fell asleep, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make this time to make a video. I just did a video before this, but go check it out if you haven't checked it out. But yeah, so I decided to make this other video. As you can see from the title, it's just did I do my intro? How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine, and let's get deep in Jasmine's mind. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, it's basically just a rundown on my pregnancy and my afterbirth experience, and it's just a video to just express how blessed I am to have made it a year in motherhood. Like, my daughter's about to be 1 year old, and it's like, well, a year beyond, because even when I was pregnant, I count that as starting as soon as I found out I was pregnant. That's when my mother, everything. So, um, yeah, so a year and beyond. No, yeah, I get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so my daughter is about to be one if God's willing, and I just wanted to share my pregnancy experience and also my afterbirth experience, and to just express how blessed I am to have made it a year and beyond. A year and plus. Year plus. Okay, because a year beyond, but a year plus. So, first and foremost, I'm going to say, like, the beginning of my motherhood journey has been a struggle, and I made it through, thank God. I'm making it through, because the days get tough if you're a mother, or someone that's a mother. Some days it's just like, you just can't get through, and you're like, how am I gonna get through this? And you get through, but like I told y'all in my how I got pregnant while using protection video. If you haven't checked that video, I'll go check it out. But like I told y'all in that video, um when I first found out that I was pregnant, only the father and I knew for the first 3 months. So, like, that first 3 months was like the worst. Like, the nausea was hectic. It's like as soon as I found out I was pregnant, because I was already feeling like I told y'all in the story, like, I was already feeling like, I was having like little cramps. I thought my cycle was coming, but obviously it wasn't. Um, in my stomach, I would feel stuff in my stomach. Well, I thought somebody was sitting in my window. I'm like, hold on. But yeah, I've been watching too many crazy videos. Okay, but so yeah, I was always having like crazy stuff, like my stomach, the nausea. I'm telling you, like, after I found out I was pregnant, it's like the nausea just got worse. It's like, oh, so now we finna show you that you know. And it felt like God was punishing me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like God was punishing me because I ended my celibacy, basically. Well, I didn't end it, but I broke what I had going. I broke it, like, for real. And it's like I let a whole different type of energy. And y'all know how powerful, okay, I got my Medea voice, but y'all know how powerful, I'm sorry, I'm goofy, but you know how powerful, every time I say it now, but you know how powerful, sex, the energy is that can be transferred through sex. Like, sex is powerful, and people don't understand that. And, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I said, hold on. Okay, my wrong pause. Okay. Um, sex is a very powerful, a very, very powerful thing. Powerful. But it's very powerful. Okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And just the energy that gets transferred through it. And before I was pregnant, like, I was on the journey of just really deeply healing and finding myself in my purpose in everything, y'all. Like, I I was on a journey to greatness, like seriously. And I was so focused and I was there because if y'all just knew how powerful celibacy is, it's a beautiful thing. And instead of putting your energy into, you know, these little minutes of physical and physical pleasure, you just, I can't explain it. If you just been celibacy. If you've been celibate before, if you're celibate, you know what I'm talking about. Like, instead of putting your energy into nothing, you're using that energy towards something that's, I can't explain it, but I was just basically in my healing journey. I had been going in and out of relationships, and I never got the time to just really just heal. Like y'all see on my story times, I'm always talking about relationship. Some of those were just back to back to back to back. I never got my time to heal. But let's get back to the topic what I'm talking about. So basically, after I found out I was pregnant, that person that I was before, it broke me because the year prior, I was trying not to get emotional, but the year prior, I was like really in love with somebody, and that's he was a narcissist, and I spoke about him, and I almost got engaged. I was engaged, almost got married video, and that situation broke me a lot. And before I got pregnant, I was healing from that, and and I was back on my feet, and I was just living life, and then I got pregnant, and it brought me back down, and it broke me harder than I was broken with the heartache. It was like a different kind of heartache because I had created a life with someone that I thought I knew, and we had been knowing each other for 15 freaking years. So I thought I knew this guy when I really didn't. I basically just had my child with a stranger, and I'm being so serious. So it's like, but I knew him for 15 years, but I didn't know him like I thought I did. And it broke me, y'all, because those 3 months that I was pregnant, and like he was the only person that knew, and it's like I don't think he understood what a woman body goes through when they're pregnant and the things they go through. I don't think he understood that. So at the time, I was trying to understand, and I'm like, okay, maybe he don't know. And I'm like, a man as a mother, I'm sure just, um, he didn't understand what I was going through. I feel like he didn't understand what I was going through. So it was hard for him to understand, and I would try to explain to him, and I would try to text him, and and just tell him like, man, you don't understand how much this is bothering me. Like, I'm trying to keep it from my family. It's taking me from taking energy out of me, and I just feel so sick, and I just y'all, it was just so new to me. And I had nobody to talk to about it. I tried to like just do my day-to-day life, and while creating a child, like these first 3 months, and I know I just tried to stay strong and just keep pushing. And he basically just acting like it was nothing, like he didn't understand, because he didn't understand it. He said he was having the same symptom as I was having, but I'm like, you're not suffering as much as I'm suffering. Like, if you do. So y'all, that broke me. Like, it was like a whole new. So I just got tired of trying to keep it in and keep the pregnancy away from people. So I started telling people. I made a post on Facebook because I just got tired, because it's like I have nobody to talk to. All I have is these doctors, and I didn't have the best doctor in the world. I had some, it was some little thing, a little pregnancy clinic up in the hood, and it's like I don't have the best doctor in the world to just really just be sitting here like, oh, you know, little, they tell you this little. I didn't have no personal doctor because I don't know about none of this. I didn't tell nobody. I just went to the next clinic that's right by my job just to go just to get information, and just to have a doctor, basically. Just that I didn't know none of this stuff. I just tried to do it on my own, and I got tired of that. So after 3 months, I posted a picture on Facebook, and I wish I could add the clip. It's like a picture, and I had like it's something on Snapchat. It was like a baby Maggie from Simpsons. I put it on my belly, and then I didn't put no caption on it. I just posted it, and people's like, "Oh my gosh, you're pregnant!" People were so shocked and all this, and I was like, "Yeah, I am." And I just felt so relieved, because I'm like, finally, I got people to talk to, and people were so excited, but I was not excited, because y'all, this was not the life that I thought. I never imagined I would be just a single mother. Like, I wanted to break that cycle. My mom, I was raised by a single mom. I wanted to break that, be the one to, well, my sister, she broke it because she's married, but, you know, I wanted to keep it going, and, it really was like, people were so happy, like, oh, yeah, and I was not, I was not, I was not, and then on top of that, uh, the doctors told me I was high risk pregnant. I was going to go through a high risk pregnancy, so they transferred me to somewhere, and I would have to get checked like a lot, and that took a toll on me, and it was just so freaking much. And the person that I thought, the other parent, I thought they was really gonna be there, and I think mentally he was just in a whole nother thing, and um so, you know, it just, I was just y'all, just really in a, I was broken like crazy, like worse than, wow. um yeah, so it was like every day, the more that I went through everything on my own, because it just wasn't what I was imagining. Okay, I'm like, okay, I would imagine that, first of all, I would imagine that I would have a child with somebody that I'm in love with. First of all, I'm carrying a child of somebody that I'm not even in love with. That obviously I don't know, even though I thought I knew him for 15 years. I don't honestly know him. And so it's like, this is not the life. Like I said, I was gonna get married. I broke my celibacy for just this one little night, and it's like, how did I get here? It just happened so fast. It's like, how the freak did I get here? And y'all, I cried those first 3 months. I cried alone. I suffered alone. And once I got fed up, I just told everybody. But I was happy. I was not. I'm like, man, I wish I was happy as y'all am. Because I'm not. Because I'm like, I'm not ready for this life. I'm not ready to do this on my own. Like, this is not the life that I wanted. I'm supposed to be married. I was not supposed to be working during pregnancy. I do not believe women supposed to work while they're pregnant. Like, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be secure to the point where I could just, you know, just be at home, just resting, and have a husband to come home and rub my, come home from working and rub my feet, and like, I just had it all planned out, and I'm like, wow, it didn't happen that way. So it just really was traumatic to me. And I'm like, whoa, what is it? Like, this is really happening. I'm carrying a child, and I became emotional, and it was just like, boom. So every day that I was going through that alone, I began to despise my child's father. Like, I couldn't stand him. I'm like, you not understanding what I'm going through. Like, it used to make me so angry, and he'd be like, why you angry with me? And I would explain to him, like, you're not understanding. I'm going through this alone. Like, you don't understand. You're not a woman, so you won't understand. Like you won't ever understand unless you just go through the motions. This God Himself push you through emotions. He said he says that he had the same symptoms as I was having, but I'm like, when you really going through it, you just get like the little semi of it. When you really going through it, you just don't understand. So yeah, so I got tired of suffering alone. I told everybody, everyone was excited. I wasn't as sad. I was like going through depression for a while. I was depressed because I'm like, this is not the life I wanted. Like, I'm about to be a freaking single mom. Like, I was so ashamed of being a single mama, y'all. Like, I was ashamed. Like, this was not supposed to be my story. Like, I was like, no, no. Like, no. I was like, I preached to so many people and tell them to wait and be celibate and what? And I'm finna be a single mama. Like, no. I was so ashamed, and people was just happy, and I'm like, I'm ashamed of these people. Like, oh, so you with the child father? I hate when people ask me that question, or they ask me about him, because it'll just make me break down, because it's like, it just made me feel so less of myself. Like, I knew I could do better. You know, I have friends that are like, dang, Jasmine, I can't believe you just let somebody give you a baby and just dip like I ain't got thought more of you. It just made me feel so less of myself, because it's like, dang, I really just, you know. So like, what am I doing? And y'all, so yeah, I was ashamed of being a single mama, and like, this wasn't the way that I planned on having my child. I wasn't even in love with my child's father. I'm not even in love with him, but it's like, I'm finna have a child with him, like, just a stranger, you know? It's like, I barely even know this man's background, like, but you think you know somebody. But, so yeah, I was depressed for a while, because I really wanted to break the generational curse that had been going on. And my previous bosses, Mr. and Mrs. J, I love them, and I thank God that He placed them in my life. They helped me get through my depression. You know, every day when I would be at work, sometimes I'll just break down crying and just be sad, and they can just tell and just feel on my energy, because they were really godly men, a really godly man and woman, and they helped me through my depression. They would talk to me, they fed me, because they know I love food. I love food even before I was pregnant, and I worked at a food place, so you know, they were really there for me, and I loved them, and I couldn't thank them enough, y'all. And my family was supportive, and y'all, I couldn't thank I had a good support system, and I thank God. Because at the beginning, I'm like, okay, the child father, I wanted his support the most. So it was hard for me to try to appreciate the support system that I had, because I really wanted his support the most, because he's the first person that I told, you know. And I didn't get it, so it just made me feel down, because it's like, dang, you the main person I wanted support from. Like, you know, we made this child together. These people didn't make this child. When this child get here, it's not their responsibility, you know. So people wasn't understanding why every time they asked me about the child father or whatever, I would break down and just it was deeper than deep, you know. So I really think I love y'all, Mr. and Mrs. J. If y'all ever watch this video, I don't know if y'all ever will watch this, but I love y'all to pieces. I promise I do. Like, I could not thank you enough. I thank God and I pray He bless y'all abundantly. Like, I love y'all. I don't understand. In my family, I love y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. My friends, you know, anybody that just gave me a prep talk, I love y'all and I thank y'all. Cause my pregnancy, like, man, the whole journey was a lot. And I'm trying not to be crying. But I love my, like, it just kept me uplifted and brought me out my depression. You know, I would have times and they would just talk to me. I love them. Um, but I had to get support system. I just really couldn't appreciate it because the person that I really wanted there for me wasn't. And one more person that I begged to be there for me from the beginning wasn't the way that I wanted them. So I just asked for mental and emotional support, and I didn't receive it. So, you know, I just started taking the support that I did have and just let it go. So, it would be days I would get sad because, I was high risk pregnancy. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to have a healthy breathing baby coming out when that day comes, or if I'm going to have a stillborn. I would see all these posts about people having stillborn babies, and people don't understand, like, like when you pregnant, fam, and you just, I had to deactivate my Facebook at one point because that's all I kept seeing was people having stillborn babies and this going on. And like, I'm already high risk. It was just so much, y'all. And I swear my pregnancy journey just brought me. I would just go through stress and depression. But I'm telling you, like, the main thing that put me through, like, God, like, I prayed and cried to him so many times, man. I rubbed my belly and I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, God, but I would not be able to keep moving on if I do not give birth to this child. Like, I was like, I can't. So, yeah, I prayed so hard over that girl. I prayed so hard over this girl because she's here, y'all. My faith, she is here. And y'all just don't know how high of a chance that she could have not been here, y'all. And she here. Despite how she got her, man, she here. And I love that girl. Like, I love this girl. She right here, sleep beside me. I love her. And she deserves everything. She's the sweetest little girl. Like, y'all, she deserves everything. And I'm not talking about material things in this world. I'm talking about unconditional love. Like, this whole journey has just been crazy. So, yeah, so that high risk thing used to depress me and stress me a lot, and it was just little stuff going on, just going to the apartment, going to my appointments all the time, that would cut me from going to work and cut hours, and paying for parking all the time, and just my hours getting short because as I got bigger, like, I couldn't breathe, and I was just always tired, and it was just taking a toll on me. But y'all, I worked all the way until I was going to give birth. I worked all the way until, like, that night. I had just got off work, and I ate some pineapples, and I walked around. And that morning, I was supposed to get ready for work. No, I went into labor. Like, I worked all the way until I gave birth. So, y'all, and I had to survive off $15 worth of food stamps. I used to go to Dollar Tree and go shop and go get my groceries. And I was, y'all don't understand how happy I was to get that $15. I was excited. Like, people probably be like, $15. I was excited. I'm like, what? True, because my hours getting cut. I had to pay bills, and like by the time I paid my bills, I only had $10 left. Y'all, God, he brought me through that journey, man. He brought me through that freaking journey. He brought me through, man. But like I said, my previous bosses, Mr. and Mrs. J, they, like Mrs. J, she used to always tell me, like, your baby can feel all that. Like, let all that anger go against the father, and let all that sadness go. Your baby can feel that. So I did that. And yeah, so roll back into when I had the baby. When I first got to the hospital, my mom had to go to work, so she dropped me off. And so the whole time I was just there on my own, just texting everybody and just keeping them updated. And then my mom stayed there the whole time. Like, y'all, Lord. Them contractions was, I don't know what. I went off on the doctor. I'm sorry, doctor. I feel so bad. Like after they gave me my the little shot in my back. I forgot what it's called. But they gave me that, and I kind of calmed down. But those contractions was in my back, and 22 hours in labor. Gosh, little girl. 22 hours in freaking labor, and I was only dilated 2 freaking centimeters, and it's like, girl, if you don't come on, because you hurt my back, and you're getting a whooping as soon as you come out. As a plane for when she moved. But it's like, you're in my back. Like, I went off on a doctor. I went off on my mama. Mom, I'm sorry. I love you. P.O.P. Hold down. I'm sorry, but I went off on her. I went off on everybody. And my mom got mad and she left. Well, not ain't really she left, but she left. She was like, girl, I ain't finna deal with you and your little angriness. But I'm like, y'all, I'm over her. Like, so she left. She had to go to work the next day, so she had to go get some sleep. So as soon as she left, they was like, oh, we're gonna have to give you an emergency C-section. So yeah. So I had to call her back up there, and she was the one in there with me. And yeah, so I had Serenity, and the next day I woke up to my god sister. She was like, "Oh, girl, you look ugly." And I was on everything, every medicine they gave me, and I was just like, and they brought my baby in, and the whole time at the hospital I was by myself. I was the ghetto, like I was at the hospital by myself trying to breastfeed and trying to heal from this C-section. I'm up here walking like a leprechaun trying to heal, and y'all, it got real once I had that baby. I thought the depression, the nausea at the beginning was getting me. It's like the first 3 months of pregnancy is like, was for me, and then the first 3 months of afterbirth and after having her was like, like y'all, I'm trying to heal from this C-section. I had my friend Serena. She came to come see me, and my sister and my brother-in-law, my niece and nephew, and my dad and his girlfriend at the time came to come see me. Y'all, like nobody came and spent the night with me. Like I just did everything on my own. Like the 5 days I was there, nobody came and spent the night with me. Nobody brought me no food. I barely could eat the freaking hospital food. Like, bruh. I barely got to eat. I barely slept. Like, I was like, bro, welcome to motherhood. I only slept for like an hour every time I was there. And even if I did try to go to sleep, doctors keep coming in. We're checking on you. We're checking on the baby. Like, bro, get out. I'm trying to go to sleep. And, y'all, it was just, I didn't get no sleep. I came home trying to breastfeed. I pumped. I probably did that for a while, until like I just couldn't take it, because it's like I wasn't eating. I was just going into depression, because once I got home I'm still trying to recover from the C-section, and y'all, the first 3 months of pregnancy and the first 3 months of afterbirth were just like to me. And y'all, if I could go back, I know, like, and I was a first time mom, and my mom could hit me at only a certain amount of time because she has to work. And so y'all, I was just trying to do this on my own, and some days I just didn't eat. Like I would go days without eating. I probably eat like one thing. I just didn't have an appetite. I was depressed at the same time while trying to breastfeed, while trying to get sleep. You tell me, oh, you need to get this sleep. You need to do this. And I'm trying to take a shower. I would go days without showering. Like, bruh, bruh. It was the most. But I'm not trying to go over my time. Like, y'all. Yeah, but my baby is going to be a year. Like, y'all. It's been days, where I just be feeling so down. And it's like, y'all. But it was like, some days it just feel like, am I being punished? Because it's like, trying to do this on your own, like what? But I pushed through, and I'm pushing through with God, the strength of God, and the support system that He has blessed me with. And y'all, if you're a single mama and you watching this, like, baby girl, we got this. super moms on the go. But y'all be blessed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. I ain't trying to make it long. Peace, 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 peace. Ah.